Namaskar and welcome to new episode of my program Dil Se Dil Tak with Pradeep. I am happy to host Sri Pradeep Biswal ji, an IS officer retired and a fine gentleman, in fact industry. Today we will be talking primarily on education reform since he has served the education department, so he knows in and out of India's education system and especially of Orissa. There are some points, the questions which come to every parent and also to me, that why education system in India is ailing. Before that, I'll request Mr. Pradeep Biswal to give a brief introduction of his achievements as an administrator.
Good morning, Pradeep ji. This is my privilege to join your program today. Basically, I was an administrator. I served the government of Odisha for more than 30 years. I was also in education sector, and I have my own experiences in the system. With that experience, I want to address your issue. I think education has not been treated as a core subject by the government over the years. That is because you see, our total investment in education is only limited to 4% of the GDP. Ideally, it should be 6%. Now, this national education policy, they have targeted it to be 6%. The government never thinks that the human capital is fundamental for growth of a nation. We have ignored it over the years.
So what could be the reason why government has not given the proper attention and the priority to education, or especially the primary and secondary education, which I believe every country except that these are the fundamentals, and without that these people cannot be a good citizen in coming days. So you are raising a very important point that government has not given the due attention to primary as well as secondary education. So my first question again will be, why India is lagging behind Indian education system vis-a-vis the global standard? Because when we see global market as the one where we need to compete, our people, our students, our young generation has to compete. So how can this be taken care of?
You see, we have created IITs, NITs, IIMS, Indian Institute of Management, and still then these institutes are not able to compete in the global scenario. Why? Simply because we lack innovation, we lack. So if we cannot overcome these deficiencies, we cannot think that our education system will be that much robust to compete globally.
So again, this the valid point which you have raised, and the doubts about the government intention or the priority to take care of education system in India. In fact, that's a very important point which you said. So where is the problem? When we have identified the problem, why government is not able to address these issues?
You see, we have so many 5-year plans in the past. Okay. Now we have also entered into an era where the economic progress of the country is foremost in the minds of the policymakers. Okay. Economic growth they are intending to achieve. They are forgetting the human capital. I am again telling you that human capital they have to target first. I always say that government should make the government education system, forget about private, the government education system more robust, more accessible. If the education should be like a fundamental right, no child should be deprived of the education. Alright, so government should target that, and they should match the quality with the private education institutions, because the private education institutions offer better opportunities, better quality education, then people migrate to private educational institutions. Okay, so we have to have a
There's
balance.
one study is done by QS International Studies in Education. They have, you said about IIMs, IITs and all. There are many students from these institutions have also served the international companies and raised the India's pride in that way. This is also a fact. But if you look into the ranking of Indian universities, especially professional and technical education universities, they poorly fare into the ratings. For example, the top 100, there's no university from the professional side or the technical side appear in the particular QS international.
No, that is because as I have mentioned, so in the field of innovation, research, and again linkage with industries, okay, that is not happening in our universities, our top institutes, and it should be there. The institutes should strive for that, and the government should also facilitate how this can happen.
So you want to say that entire syllabus,
Yes.
especially when you want to compete with international
Yes.
universities, we need to change all these things?
Yeah, obviously. We have to have a transformation. We should have reforms in the curriculum.
So who will decide about the changes in the syllabus?
In the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Minister of HRD, Minister of Education, they have to.
Are they facing any kind of resistance from the government for not able to
I
make
think
this-
now we have this national education policy. I find it is quite useful and it is a broad canvas. Okay. So if we try to implement NEP in true spirit, then it will have a transformative effect on our education.
Slightly changing my question, which was intended to ask, if you happen to see this, the foreign delegates, especially from China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam, like our neighboring countries, most of the top CEOs or the top officials are in the mid 30s or even below. Whereas, if you compare India, the CEOs and the top executives, those who are there, almost 50
Plus.
60 plus or 60 even.
Yes.
It means what they have got it in 30s, we have not been able to achieve in 60s.
Yeah,
so,
obviously.
So it means there's a gap.
Yes.
There's a gap.
Yeah.
And they're more advanced as far as giving the international standard education to their
Yes.
students, and that's the
Yes.
reason
Yes.
by the age of 25 or 30 they're able to lead a
Yes.
company.
Yeah.
So it means we are 30, 40 years behind the education
You
system.
see, a study showed that 60% of our engineering graduates are not employable.
Yes.
This is the same for us. If 60% of our engineering graduates, they are not employable, they do not have the quality of getting an employment, a decent employment, then what the use of having so many engineering colleges in the country? Okay. So this shows that there is something lacking in our system. We have to.
If you just see China, they have got industrial hubs.
Yes.
For everything, they have got different hubs and centers and center of excellence.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
and therefore the quality of product which they are producing to meet the global challenge today, China is virtually has overtaken all European countries as well as their
Yes.
main competitor,
Yes.
USA also. Now India is far behind that. Now coming back to a very important issue which has just recently happened, the NEET paper leak. It was not once, it has happened earlier also, and role of National Testing Agency was put in a big question mark, right? So what could be the reason why India is not able to...
You see, we have robust systems in place. Tell me, how many times there is a paper leak in UPSC exams?
Yes, you're
Not
right.
a single.
Yes.
Not a single occasion is there.
Absolutely.
UPSC conducts this civil service preliminary examination across the country, and lakhs of students they appear for the exam. Have you ever seen that there is a paper leak?
No.
Never.
No.
Because the UPSC system is so robust, there is absolutely no chance that there will be a paper leak.
So it
So
means-
NTA must learn it from UPSC. I must say, how UPSC is doing it, why NTA is not able to do. So, two things. One is we should have people with that much of credibility in the system. Yes,
CBT.
computer-based
CBT.
test. Then this should not be there. But you see, in UPSC there is no computer-based test. It is pen and paper.
Yes.
Yes, but there is no, because the system over the years it has become a very robust system, and it can be imitated also.
I believe that you will endorse that NTA has got hardly 150 or 160 employees. Out of that, only 35 or 36 are permanent employees, and rest 100 plus are on contractual basis.
Yes.
Do you feel that this could be the reason why NTA is
Yes,
facing?
these people, contractual staff, they cannot contribute. Yeah, because they have no service conditions. You cannot, you just can't terminate them. So, and they are underpaid. All right. Obviously, they will have some temptation. All right. But a regular government servant, he knows he will be nowhere if something happens. Okay. They have a something
Accountability.
some responsibility. Yeah. So this contractual staff, you cannot expect them to be foolproof.
Okay.